your coach and the frontline soldier in the liberation of Kenyan football. I want you to forgive me because I had already said that we want to put behind us the issue of football elections in Kenya, and we must go back now to talk about our football revolution and the importance of the Kenyan peaceful football revolution and how it will happen. But my brothers and sisters, forgive me because I have gone against my words and I want to talk about football elections because it is important to listen to people. It is important to know what is happening. It is important to have intuition, yeah? Because people are asking me, what should we do in regard to this national election, FKF election that elected the President Nick Mwendwa and the NEC member, yeah, the National Executive Committee. Now, let me talk about this past election of Nick Mwendwa and the National Executive Committee. My dear brothers and sisters, this election will stand cancelled at some point. The national election that took place, yeah, on 17th of November, on 17th of October, this year, 2020, it must be cancelled at some point. You know why? Because I said it before that election was only done in 22 counties. Those are grassroots elections. So the other counties that did not do elections, how did they get delegates to go to Nairobi to vote Nick Mwendwa? One, it must be that there were no opponent, or those delegates were handpicked by FKF. But that is not the correct process, and a handpicked delegate cannot go to Nairobi to vote for the president and for the national delegate, because who is he voting for? Remember, a delegate is only a representative. So who is he representing in Nairobi? Who is voting for in Nairobi? Because he was not, in the first place, elected at the county level. So those votes came from those delegates where county elections were not done are illegal votes, and they cannot count for the election of the NEC member and the football president, Nick Mwendwa. So that is one of the reasons why those elections must be cancelled at some point. Now, number two, let us talk about Rose Wasike. Rose Wasike has 4 issues with FKF that she articulates so well, but FKF, as usual, the leadership just ignores everything and go for what the leadership want. And that is what I call self-interest and putting self-interest before the Kenyan football. Now, number 1 issue that Rose Wasike talked about, she said about branches. FKF branches across the country were not registered in her office as a sports registrar. Therefore, any election that took place, yeah, in those branches stand unrecognized because those branches are rogue, because they have not registered with her. And that, yeah, that is an obligation that FKF should recognize, that it was up to FKF to register those branches. But they have been told since 2019, they took the forms from Rose Wasike's office to purport to register the branches, but they did not. Therefore, Wasike said to them before the national election, yeah, just 2 days before the national election, that those elections that were done at the county level, she disagreed with them because the branches had not been registered. Now, issue number 2 of Wasike, she said, branch officials, those who were now going forward to Nairobi to elect Nick Mwendwa and the NEC member, they stand unrecognized because they came from branches that were not registered at her office. And the voters who voted for those branch officials, they were also unrecognized because they are voting in unrecognized branch and for unrecognized branch officials. That is issue number 2 of Rose Wasike. Issue number 3, she said that the voting was illegal because of those reasons I have given already. So that is how she termed that voting. And I agree with her. Now, number 4 issue, she said that in FKF election, in every branch, there is supposed to be an observer. And there is supposed to be a returning officer. The observer and the returning officer are supposed to send 2 different documents in regard to the integrity of the election, how the election went. They did not send this report. FKF did not send this report to Rose Wasike. It is supposed to be sent within 21 days after the elections. But FKF did not send those 2 reports, one from the observer and one from the returning officer. The report was sent after 21 days, out of date, which was 11th of October, and the elections were done on 19th of October, 19th of September. Therefore, basically the bottom line is that she said the report were not sent, and they were sent, when the time had already lapsed when they were supposed to send them. Therefore, she advised FKF National Office, don't do the national elections. First, put your house in order, meaning that sort the issues of branches. But FKF went ahead and conducted the national election on 17th of October 2020. Now, tell me, why would those elections stand uncancelled? Despite that we know the issues of bribery that went along in those elections, and we know that things are not right within FKF. Those elections were not conducted correctly, Integrity across the counties cannot be proved, The complaints that are coming from the county are just too many to ignore. Now, let me tell you this. Over 36 counties, as we speak, have registered their associations, not as FKF branches, but as their own independent associations from the county. So that means as we speak now at the grassroots, FKF has less counties than those who have registered independently. So where is this FKF is going? I have said it for a long time. I will repeat it again. FKF days are numbered. The fights are coming from all corners. Vision Total Football Kenya is way ahead in terms of how the revolution will take place, in terms of policies, in terms of everything. Vision Total Football Kenya is way ahead. I told you we started in 2015 crafting everything that Kenyan football require to be liberated through a revolution, not through an election. Therefore, FKF will go. FKF days are numbered. And I want to say, I saw the response from FKF in regard to the branches that have registered themselves independently. FKF comment is that we have notified FIFA, and whoever is registered independently, we don't recognize them and they are not part of FKF. But they know that. That's why they are registering. They are not even using FKF to register themselves. They are registering themselves under the county's name. So they know that already. But FKF here is funny. It's like you have Governor Uparanya doing things in Kakamega, and when Uhuru is aware about it, he says that I have reported Uparanya to UN. What does that mean? Failed leadership. FKF leadership is not there. It is about personal interest and chasing money through sponsorship from betting company here, and there. It is no longer about Kenyan football. And I keep saying that Kenyan football will be better without FKF. Kenyan football cannot carry on with FKF as the football governing body. But also, Kenyan football cannot go ahead, headed by a president who has come through elections. Elections will not sort issues of football in Kenya. The issues of football in Kenya are beyond elections and football presidents. They must be sorted through a peaceful, people's-led revolution. We have been constant. Very well. Every Kenyan who listens to our videos is not confused. The only confused people are FKF people, who sometimes call us noisemaker, time wasters, and many other names. But that is because they know we are hitting where it matters. That is because they know we are educating Kenyans. That is because they know our information is real and correct and accurate. We have no personal interest in Kenyan football. Believe me, we know why we are doing this. We know the course that we are on. We know why we began since 2013, long before many people joined this struggle. But now we are together. It doesn't matter who started when and how. Even if you join the struggle today, you are with us. And I keep saying the war is us versus them. Us is like-minded people who want change, who believe in change, who believe that Kenyan football is actually a blessing and it can be sorted. Them is those who keep fighting change, those who don't want to see change, those who want status quo to remain. And I'll go back to this issue of Rose Wasike. Rose Wasike cannot be ignored by FKF. Rose Wasike is an authority. That is why she's there. She's talking what is in Sports Act. She's telling them what the Act is saying. And she knows what she's talking about. So FKF cannot ignore her all this long and then start saying, oh, she's against her. She's that. No, she's reading the script. Believe me, she's right. I know she's right. But the point is that hii njia ya FKF, njia ya waongo ni fupi. It will get FKF nowhere. But if you look what is happening in our Kenyan football, yeah, the league cancellation, Bet King came in. Kenya Premier League has been taken. The name has changed. Complaints all over. My brothers, my sister, if you believe in FKF, that FKF is going to sort issues of Kenyan football, I pity for you. It is better you listen to what we are saying. It is better you join the revolution. You know the struggle. Don't ignore it. Let your son and daughter find a better football in Kenya. Let football change for you in Kenya. Any dream in regard to matters football can be achieved in our own country, Kenya. But after a total football revolution, peaceful football revolution, people's revolution, it is what is going to help our Kenyan football. I leave you in peace. I'm gone.